So guys, for this, I'll need you to pick any card that you like. For example, here, the Queen of Clubs. Doesn't matter if I see it, it's not one of those tricks. Please don't forget your card, else we'll have some difficulties with the effect. Just remember it as it goes back roughly into the center of the pack and we square it up. And of course, with a snap, it rises to the top of the pack. Let's learn it. Let's start with the explanation of this incredible card control. Before we start, let me know if you liked it in the comment section below, and of course show me your support by leaving a thumbs up on this video and a free subscription on the channel. Don't be one of those many people watching without subscribing. It's free, come on. To perform this, you'll just need a pack of playing cards from which the spectator touches any card he or she wants to. As they are taking a look at the card, this hand holding the pack of cards just rests on your side. And as it rests on your side, what you're doing with this is the following. You just use your thumb to push the topmost card a little down so that you see around a third of the next card. It's really that simple. As your hand rests on your side, just use your thumb to push the card a little down. Once you're here, this hand is of course still resting. You keep showing their card so they remember it. And once they have remembered their card, you're gonna lift this hand back up in a way that the spectators cannot see this card being in jog. This is very easy to do. The only thing that you have to take care is to make sure that the spectators see the cards from this edge over here. If you have it tilted down or up, there is a chance they will catch that this card is in-jogged, right? So when moving these cards up, you always try to keep the edge of the cards to be at the eye level of your spectators, just as I'm doing here with the camera. Here you would see it, here you may see it, in this case you don't because my hand is here, but from a different view you can see here that the card is in-jogged. You can practice that in front of the mirror because if you can see it, your spectators will see it. Once you can really handle these cards very freely without the spectators catching you, you can do the second step, which is taking the card and supposedly just placing it on top of the pack, which you are really doing actually. The only thing that the spectators do not know is that this card goes on top of the second card, right? It just goes here and you push it into the slit over here, so it now basically turned into the second card because this random card here is on top of it. Make sense? One more time. You're here, of course the spectators don't see this. You place it on top of the pack so it touches this card over here, the second one actually. And in a fluent motion you just push it in very slightly so it is now under the first card. This whole thing happens of course within a second, just like that. Now, as you're talking, you push this card a little further in as you just bend it up to show it to the spectators one more time. Okay, so it doesn't really look like you're pushing it in, but as you're showing them the card by lifting it up, you secretly just press it in a little more. As you can see, now only a half of the card is sticking out. This is important to do because you want to be able to push that card into the pack with your index finger. If it is too far out, you won't be able to reach it, right? So as you show it, just slightly push it in and release it. Now you are one final step ahead from losing the card in the pack, which is you push this card in with your index finger. As with the other index finger, you're just pulling this card out. So in slow motion, and of course from an exposed view, it looks something like this. You push this in with your index finger, and at the same time, you slide the topmost card out. This, from the perspective of your spectators, looks like you're just doing this. Their card is on top, and you just take it. This is what they see, but of course what's happening is something completely different. You're here, you push this in, and at the same time take this card out and lose this one, which is just a random card in the center of the pack, leaving their card, of course, on top. So push this topmost card down as this rests on your side, show the card, slide it under the topmost card, just like here. As you show it, push it a little further into the pack, release it. As you now use this index finger to push it in, the other hand at the same time takes this card out, which looks something like this. And it looks like you just took the card that you showed a second ago. This, of course, is just a random card that you can now lose inside the deck and now do anything that you want because the card is under your control. And yeah, that's basically the explanation, guys. The most important thing for you to do is to practice it in front of the mirror because it is a little angle sensitive. Once you can control that, you have here a very, very good looking card control that you can do with just a little bit of practice. But that's basically it. I really hope you enjoyed it and I really hope you perform it. That's all from me today. I hope to see you next time.